Hey Barflies, welcome back to another episode of Behind the Bar Liquor Reviews. Tonight, we've got Mansinthe Absinthe. I'm surprised I pronounced that so well.
Nicely done, sir.
Thank you. We got Link, my boy Justin, Special K, and another Absinthe. I know before we did the Absinthe Absinthe, and that did very well on the show. This one was created by Marilyn Manson. And yes, the artist, the musician, the crazy looking dude. He's not Paul from the Wonder Years, even though people still say it to this day. He developed this between 2005 and 2007, and Link thinks that this is better than the Absinthe that we did.
So I've tasted probably 30, 35 different absinthes in the last 5 or 6 years or so, and I really enjoy it. Marilyn Manson is a complete absinthe aficionado. In his home, he's got an entire absinthe bar with absinthes from around the world. And he wanted to come up with something that was his own. So he took all of his favorite components from these absinthes from around the world, developed his own brand, and you know, he made it somewhat hokey, being 66.6% alcohol, evil, 134 proof. But I mean, it's really tasty stuff. It's got great balance to it. And I mean, weird packaging. This will retail for about $55 a bottle, which for a really good bottle of absinthe is not a lot of money.
The packaging is actually pretty cool. It almost looks like Nosferatu on there.
Yeah, it does. It really does. Now, absinthe should be this kind of really pale green kind of color. It shouldn't be super bright. I mean, you'll see them in a lot of different colors. I know a lot of the Czech absinthes are yellow, and that's going to be a little bit different flavor, a little bit different style. This is made with the wormwood like a traditional absinthe is. And all I've got here is just really cold ice water. We're just going to splash it in there, let it cream up a little bit.
Now this time we don't have, last time when we did the Absinthe, we had the pouring fork with the sugar cube and all of that. And did we even light it on fire last time? I don't think we did. The lighting on fire is more of a spectacle. It changes the flavor a little bit by caramelizing it, but not a whole ton. A lot of times when you use the sugar, it's if you're going to be sipping on it, most places that just do the water, the ice cold water with the absinthe, just slam it. And
well, again, this isn't something you really want to slam. This is something you're going to enjoy. I mean, this is an awesome bottle of absinthe. There's just so much going on.
I can smell the licorice from
here. But there's such great flavor in here.
Never asked. Do you like licorice?
I do like licorice.
Okay,
I do like licorice, so this is up my alley.
Dude, that's really good.
Oh, that's tasty.
It's very smooth.
Right as it hits the front of your palate, it goes right up into your nose.
I can breathe again.
Yeah.
I was having trouble breathing earlier, and no more.
It's definitely got a histamine going on that just goes right up into your nose.
It did win a gold medal at the San Francisco Spirits Competition, that's not easy to do. San Francisco's got the biggest spirits competition in the world. I mean, this as far as absinthe that's sold here in the States, I think this is pretty much top of the food chain.
It's good. Honestly, it's been a long time since we tried the Absinthe, which we just so happen to have the Absinthe here, so we can do a comparison. So let's finish this off and try a comparison and see what we like better. Such a good flavor.
Very smooth.
Yeah, definitely.
Like right here.
Yep. And once again, we said it in the Absinthe video, if you haven't seen it, the wormwood, it causes the thusion, which most people say, oh, it causes you to hallucinate. And it's a well-known fact that the amount of thusion that you'd have to ingest to have the hallucinations would kill you before you had hallucinations. They used to lace it with laudanum, and that's what gave them the hallucinations back then.
Like the Ernest Hemingways of the world would drip laudanum over the sugar cube, which was basically hardcore liquid opiate.
Yeah. Now, the Absinthe, I loved this when we tried it. This Mansinthe was incredible. let's rate it before we go into the next one. I'm gonna give this, that's gotta get a solid 8.
I'll go 8.5 on that. I love that. I think that's one of my favorites.
I don't even know what to compare it to, being more of a beginner with the absinthe. So I'm gonna wait to rate it before,
Okay,
and I would like
that
to see what
makes
this
sense.
absinthe is gonna be doing.
And I might even change my numbers. You can see, I don't know if you can see this on camera,
This is a lot brighter green.
it's got a lot brighter green
It's
going on.
almost a neon green.
This is also lower proof. This is only 110 proof as opposed to this one, which is 132.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, 55%.
So we'll mix this in the same exact way we mix the other one.
All right. So, let's give the Absinthe a chance. I'm getting, it's more candy-ish.
Yeah, it's
than I'm
much more
getting
like
off the
Sambuca
nose.
type of.
That's exactly what I'm tasting, more Sambuca.
Yeah, and not that it's a bad thing. The Sambuca is not a bad thing. I love Sambuca.
This is much sweeter than this.
Yes, I love
Yeah.
black licorice. This is definitely more candy than
Yeah.
this.
Absolutely.
This is a very traditional style. This is more of the herbal, has more of that herbal anise character than the other.
Yeah.
But I mean, they're both good, but I prefer this one considerably.
I have to agree. Just being more of a beginner on the absinthe, I have to say that that was a little smoother, and it actually
Yeah.
felt right here, and it felt good after.
Yeah. So with the Mansinthe, what are you gonna give it on the scale?
I'm gonna go 9.
The 9?
I'm gonna go 9 on that.
And with the Absinthe, what are you gonna go with this guy?
7.5.
Yeah, I don't remember off the cusp what I rated this. If I rated this lower by any chance, this is gonna be definitely above this. Only by a point or two. I mean, it's not this is good. If you're just getting into absinthe and you like the heavy, sweet black licorice flavor, I know Matt Zion and Chris, they're not going for it because they hate black licorice. This is the way to go.
Yeah, this is definitely more reminiscent of like an Ouzo or a Sambuca. You don't get as much of that nice herbal quality as you do out of the Mansinthe. It's, you know, I almost want to compare it to, it's like a mass-produced product versus kind of a microbrew.
Definitely.
You get a little bit more complexity, you get a little bit more refined flavor out of it. I think, you know, and they're both pretty well made, and they both do the job, but I would choose this one every day of the week.
I would take this one, and I know Justin said the same thing. Take it. This one, the thing it's got going for it, amazing packaging. I know you didn't see the box. The box actually has multiple heads of Van Gogh, and they all kind of blend into one, kind of like you would think with the Hallucinations. And it comes with the fork, the spoon for the sugar cube. So it's got the packaging going on for it, and a better price point than the Mansinthe. So.
Yeah, I think this was under $40, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think it was right there, like 39 bucks. So if you're looking to get into absinthe, I'm gonna say go with the Absinthe and go with the sugar cube and all that. You're gonna get super sweet Sambuca, licorice flavor going on with it. If you wanna get in, if you're skilled with it and you've had more absinthe than not, this one is a great absinthe. I've had a lot of Czech Republic ones, and they are super herbal. They don't have much of that licorice flavor. It's closer to a Jägermeister than a licorice.
More so the yellow ones than the green ones.
Yes.
The green ones still tend towards that licorice flavor, but the yellow ones tend to be really herby in character, and a lot of times almost have a like a baking spice type of flavor to them.
They're rough.
Yeah.
I know with my very first Czech Republic one, I had to mix it with juice to even get it down. I couldn't mix it with water and the sugar cube. It was dump a ton of orange juice in it and pound it.
Well, I remember I think your pops brought you home that bottle from Prague.
From Prague.
And I remember drinking that with you and just being like, oh my God, this tastes like death.
Yeah, and it was long before you were a sommelier or before, you know, I was into the craft scene with beers and all that.
I was still a mechanic at a bowling alley.
Yes. So, like I said, if you're just starting out, go with this. If you're skilled and you've had them before, go with this. This is a much better product. If you've had either of them, let us know in the comments below. If you'd like to see us try another absinthe that you think is better than either of these two, let us know. We're always down to try new stuff. We love our fans. We love everything you suggest.
But just don't say Lucid is better than these two, because
Yeah.
it's really not.
Lucid was the first one that was, it wasn't the first one legal in the United States. Absinthe was, and they kind of skirted around the laws.
Yeah.
But Lucid was the big one when it was finally re-legalized. Lucid came in there like a wrecking ball.
And if you're from the West Coast, there is an amazing producer in California called Germain Robin, and they're known as more of a brandy producer, but they make very small amounts of handcrafted absinthe that is absolutely out of this world. It's also insanely expensive. For a 375, which is half the size of this, it goes for about 65 bucks.
Jeez.
But it is mind-blowing. It's amazing. Probably the best absinthe I've ever had in my life. Now that being said, this is not that far behind.
Nice. All right, Barflies, make sure you check out our Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Subscribe to all of those so you're up to date with everything we're doing. We release stuff all the time on there.
Green
And-
Fairy.
All right, things got awkward. Not really. Either way, what was I gonna say?
Subscribe,
like the
it.
video, subscribe, mash that subscribe button. That's the biggest thing. The more subscribers we have, the more we can do these videos for
But
you.
it doesn't make any sense to hit it more than once, because nothing will happen.
Yeah, I think it actually unsubscribes you. If you
Yeah, so don't hit it more
once.
than once.
So just hit your mouse button really hard. I don't know, that kind of hurt. All right, Barflies, thanks for checking out the show. We'll talk to you later. Have a great night, everyone.
Cheers.
Cheers.